And we're joined by Ryan Donn, one term on council, going for two.
Thanks, Kent.
Good to have you back on the couch. So,
good to be back.
When we look at the way you function as a member of council,
right.
You seem to be more social media oriented than anybody else. Is that a fair statement?
Well, I had a small business called Nudge Media that I started doing social media. I was teaching social media to companies. And so it was a natural transition when I went to council and you get all this amazing information. I was like, I almost felt guilty keeping it to myself. And so I just started using social media to share what I was learning about our city, because there's some amazing, interesting things you learn at council every week.
Okay, so does that just keep up your own profile? Is it self-serving in that way, or is it a two-way street?
Well, I get the most thank yous because I'm posting on social media, because I'm posting facts. I actually try not to share opinions. This might sound weird, but opinions fly too far in this day and age. And so facts are almost volatile enough sometimes that people enjoy that they can get facts about what's going on. So I've had a lot of people say, so yeah, it's about letting people know what I'm doing, because I don't think people knew what councillors did. I think we've demystified what a politician does sometimes. And then the limits of power, like everyone in the running goes, I'm going to, and you get on council, you're like, hey, we are going to. And then there's a limit to what you can do. And nobody talks about that during the election, but there is a limit. There's a group you have to persuade, and there's staff that are bringing recommendations, and you set a tone, but you're not going, I want to do this, and it happens. So part of that is just sharing just the realities of council.
Okay, so through that though, are you getting feedback that also informs you that you can
absolutely. I think I posted one about cannabis, and I was concerned about all this. There was about 100 comments going, chill, man. So I was like, okay, so that was a really loud from that demographic. And I mean, it was almost so much that those that were agreeing with my sentiment weren't commenting.
Right.
But you learn on every topic. I posted about the McDonald's drive-through, and it was like, worst mistake ever. I'm like, there was nobody against it at the public hearing.
Yeah. Okay, so you are a musician, and you're focused on the arts, and is that your sort of chief contribution around the council table? Are you the arts guy?
Well, I think most people don't know, but I ran because of the arts and culture stuff going on in town. There was a few cuts going on behind the scenes. I was advocating for growth with arts and culture. We started the West Kelowna Music in the Park. We'd been doing the pianos in parks downtown. But you couldn't have a glass of wine at the Laurel Packing House at midnight in Kelowna. And I was like, that's not the city I want. Like New Year's Eve, you should be able to have a glass of wine at Laurel Packing House. So over this term, that's now changed.
You're like the party guy.
Well, there's a Break a West party coming soon, but yeah. No, I'd say vibrant urban centers. Like when we see that, it's like I love, my passion is the space in between the buildings we're building. It's the public realm.
Not so much how many tall buildings we
Well, that's part of it, and that's part of the role, but my focus, if I was going to say my thing I niche in on, is what's going on in between those spaces? How's the public realm? Do we have those pianos in parks? Do we have those buskers? Do we have other things animating a public space? Parks Alive was my day job for like 4 years.
Right. So we're keeping these interviews to about 5 minutes, and if there's one topic I think every candidate has spoken about, you know what that would be? It's the downtown entrenched homelessness problem. Anything you'd like to say about that one, since everyone else is talking about it?
Okay, so there's a journey. If you have a problem, council should be taking a step towards a solution. There's another problem the next council is going to see. There's 3,000 to 5,000 people that are one paycheck away from being homeless. They're not on our streets. They're perhaps the working poor, and they're struggling. And I think we need to be aligned with the province right now in this poverty reduction strategy, so we don't have a massive growth of homeless over the next term, and we're trying to reduce that number over the next term.
So if you get reelected, what's your focus as we sort of head into this next?
You know, I have struggled with that, because as council, there's 100 different things you touch on a weekly basis.
Right.
So focus is, I've out on my website, 50 next steps. 50. Because really there's 50 next things, like the fire protection needs to go here, the RCMP needs to go here, our advocate needs to go here. So yeah, I would say quality of life is my focus.
Right.
But it really is a struggle to get, I went into the minutiae and said, here's what I would advocate for, and I would try to be really, really transparent, because I can't just summarize it down to, we should fix homelessness, or it is about affordable living in Kelowna, sustainable living, but there's just so much more to every single aspect.
Right. One of the candidates, who has been active getting the downtown developed in all the good ways that we've seen, was actually saying, you know what, maybe it's time we focused on some of the other areas like Rutland and other parts of town, which sometimes get kind of lost in all this intense focus.
Right, so let me tell you exactly what's going to happen. So the Landmark Capri plan is just going to happen with the next council in about 2 months after the new council starts.
Right.
And then they're going to come and say, hey, what areas should we focus on next? Well, next is either right where the Costco thing is, or Rutland.
Right.
And so really it's already in the plans that's part of the focus.
Right.
So that's
the
a
focus
wise
is
comment.
already going there.
It's already starting there.
Terrific. 5 minutes is up. Ryan,
Done.
Donn,
Thank you, Ken. That was
luck.
quick.
It goes
Maybe
right
you should go to my website and check out some more
Okay, now you're going
depth.
now you're going overtime.
Okay, that's good. Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming in, and thank you for watching Kelowna Now.